Hello and welcome to my room. I'm Yvonne Stanton with Your Total Wellness. I should have waited a second. Hello, everyone. I'm Yvonne Stanton with Your Total Wellness, and I'm excited to be here with you today. So make sure to say hello. And I just really excited about this topic today, how to stop the negative self-talk. It's been a really big conversation, and I have struggled with it as well. So I completely understand how this can either take you into a game, into the feeling great, and can so easily take you out and you start all that self-talk again. Hello, Angela. Lovely to see you. Let me know where you're coming from. I'm streaming in my group, so let me know if you're in the group and or if you are on YouTube. I think it's also on my personal page today. I should just have a quick check and see. So, but I'm so glad to be here because as I was saying, this conversation and this self-talk is really important to start to navigate. Do you agree? Say yes. You want to figure out how to navigate the self-talk. Who's looking forward to navigating the self-talk? So make sure to go into the StreamYard as well. So if you're new to my group or new to watching me here, unless you're on YouTube, I think it streams there. But if you're in my Facebook group, add StreamYard, give them permission because this allows me to then see your comments live where I can come in and speak to you. But otherwise, just comment below and I'll come back to you afterwards. But I'm so excited, like I said, to be talking about this today because I know that it is such a big thing in our lives. Yep, we are our own critics. We are harder on ourselves than we are on others. We speak kinder to other people, even strangers, than we can speak to ourselves. And if this is resonating with you, please comment below hashtag yes. And also, if you're watching the replay, can you please comment replay below as well? And this is for the Facebook group. And I just want you to know one thing. You're not alone. You're not alone, okay? Where did it start from? That's the question. Do you recall where it started? Because I think there's been so much more of it since, the last 3 years when there was so much fear driven in the world, right? With how we got shut down and our jobs. And this is probably could have started it to go to another drive, if you want to call it. Think about being in a car. All of a sudden you're coasting and then all of a sudden you're accelerating, right? And, but I want you to realize this, you can change all of it. You are in control of what is being said up here. Do you believe that you are in control of what your thoughts are? Are you in control? Because here's the thing, you are. And how do we change our thoughts? We change our thoughts by shutting down the noise, okay? This is our beautiful brain, and we love it, don't we? But here's the thing. We have 80,000 thoughts a day. And this is what happens is that we wake up and we can be going back to what happened yesterday, a conversation from yesterday, something you ate, something you drank, because let's face it, right now we're talking about the self-sabotage to ourselves as women when we are driven to actually be losing and releasing weight. And what can stop us is that you can't stop your brain from telling you that you're not good enough, that you're fat, that you're unworthy, You go into your wardrobe and you're struggling with your clothes. I had somebody messaging me about this yesterday. Our emotions are really important. Everything comes from how we feel, right? When we feel good about ourselves, life becomes easy and with flow. And hence why I'm seeing my clients are, dropping, 1 to 2 pounds every week from being more in a comfortable, safe, trusting themselves, good relationship with food, and they got the support. So obviously they know that it's all working out, right? And that's that ease and flow, ease and flow. And it feels really good. So I want you to think about this. I want you to think about one situation in your life, and you'll know where this is, that makes you feel really good. Like, it doesn't have to be just anything. It might maybe going out with some friends. Maybe it was on a holiday a few years ago with someone, your husband, your partner, some girlfriends. There was a time where you guys were just feeling really good about who you are and didn't have these thoughts. Doesn't matter what size you were, you just didn't have these thoughts about anything. And I want you to really embrace that feeling and how you thought, because you probably didn't have as much self-negative talk as you do now. And the only way we can control it is by quieting our minds. Okay. And I was just got off a coaching call with a client, and I had to take this practice and say to her, are you doing the meditation? Meditation helps quiet our mind. It has become such a infrastructure now in the health industry. Like when you go see a therapist or a psychiatrist, they use these techniques, right? Now it's like, go and meditate. We got to start doing and shifting this mind and thinking about better things about ourselves. So one practice that I just said to a client, and I had to do this the other day. Okay. So even though I coach women, we all have things that we're working through sometimes. And sometimes, but the thing is that I have all the skills so that I call it a bounce rate. How long do you allow yourself to say something to yourself or feel a certain way? Mine isn't fat. Mine is fast. Like, I bounce back fast. So this is what we need to figure out, how to do that. When something comes at us and we start to feel, or we start hearing that noise telling us we're not good enough. I can't believe you did that. Why'd you eat that? I can't believe you ate all that food. Why did you have that second glass of wine? Blah, 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 blah. It's noise. Okay. Noise, noise, noise. So how do we stop? I want you to just put your hands on your chest and breathe. Okay. Take 3 deep breaths right now. In, out. In and out. In and out. That 3 breaths will change your cortisol levels and your thoughts and your breath, and it will ground you. It will take you out of that reaction mindset. And, when self-talk is happening, it can be really hard to stop the brain. And sometimes it's a matter of saying enough, right? Like, stop it, cancel, cancel, cancel. But you have to be able to find these tools to get yourself out of it. And then the other thing is to put something on, put some music on that makes you feel good. Stop the chatter, stop the noise. And that's where I was asking you, there is a time, there is something that made you feel good. And it's about changing the focus of where you are and how you're feeling so that you start to feel better. Maybe it's just a matter of even getting outside. If you're if you're at home and you're not feeling good, just go outside, go walk fast around the block for a minute, right? 5-10 minutes. And you will start to feel better, because the thoughts you're thinking are not real. They're stories. And we need to connect with this and start putting a connection into what we're telling ourselves and what are the facts. Because if you are making actions to change how you feel and how you look with the right nutrition, you're doing the exercise, you're, we have to be also having a plan to actually start feeling better, to release the weight, right? We have to be having these things. So if you're not doing anything, then we have to start. But that is where it starts from, right? Like exercise is my go-to. Exercise for me is like where my happy place, where my mind, I start thinking about what I'm working on for the day and the week, how I want to feel, my clarity. And that's why it's really important. And then, what can happen. So here's some other things that can happen though. In the interim, you can feel really good in the morning, but then all of a sudden it'll be something that happens at work or in the afternoon, or you do something, you're tired. Sleep is another reason why we can eat more. But we need to be able to figure out how to manage this self-talk. Is that making sense? So what do you do when the self-talk is there? Comment below. What do you do? If we can't control our self-talk, it's going to be a downward spiral, right? And I want you to think about, you would never say these things to someone else. So why are you telling yourself these things? And it takes time to change the process, right? This doesn't just happen overnight. And there's a lot of common patterns around people that have negative thinking and self-talk, right? You blame yourself for anything bad that happens with no evidence, right? You're just blaming yourself. You seem to always be beating yourself up. Could be a coworker is in a bad mood and you take it on, and then you immediately think he's done something to you. Could be something a friend has said or canceled on you. And then you think your friend is mad at you. So you make up excuses and you feel that you've caused their bad mood. It can also be your mind always turns to the worst case scenario. You make a small mistake and you automatically expect that, you might be fired at work, or you expect that your friend is going to not talk to you. Maybe you miss a payment and you think that, you're going to lose your house. See how this negative can just change your finances. You could be stressed about finances and worried about losing your house. These things, right? This is all part of these mind games. You're only focused on the negative and you're filtering out the positive things in your life. Again, look around, right? What do we have to be grateful for? Look at the positive sides. Start focusing on the positive. Because it's filtering when we're in a negative spot, we're thinking about ourselves, right? It's just that is it. We're focusing only on ourselves. You become aware of no one else. You're aware of only yourself. So changing negative self-talk, you have to overcome the negative thinking, right? You got to stop the negative self-talk with attention to your patterns. And it is hard work to change them. The first thing is being aware of your negative self-talk. And that's why I say, when you hear yourself saying something, cancel. I do. I swipe it away. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Could be from a divorce. Mine was from a divorce. Someone said something to you and whatever, right? Like I hear the voice, I hear the saying, whatever. And then I've created a new story from that voice. So challenge your negative self-talk. Ask yourself, why do I think this? Why am I feeling this? Have some positive affirmations around yourself. I feel great. I'm happy. I'm releasing the weight. I love my body. I feel so good in my body, in my skin. I am doing my best, and my best is enough. I am doing my best, and my best is enough. Retraining your mind and shifting your lens takes time and practice. Everything is time and practice. To be good at something, we need to put our attention to it, and it will grow. So we have to stop blaming and start looking at ourselves to make those small changes. So practicing a positive self-talk is super important. Put posties all over your house. Yep. Look at them. I'm smart. I'm beautiful. I'm lean. Put them everywhere, because then your attention will start to shift. Your negative thoughts will start to shift. You will start feeling more positive in your life, no matter how small it is. And it can be just one of those things where you've been stuck in a negative thought cycle. So it can be helpful to shift this perspective. I have a journal that I use. It's upstairs. And, it's really great because it asks me to ask myself from a third voice. Like if somebody was looking at me, an external coach was looking at me, how would they say my day went? And I write it down. Great job, Yvonne. You put your effort in. You did the things you said you were going to do. Great job. So talk to yourself like someone else would talk to you. And the more you start thinking it, writing it down, all this self-talk will start to shift, but it has to be consistent. You have to start seeing it. You need to start saying enough, cancel, and you've got to start these implementing these small little shifts for yourself. The only way to combat that cycle, the habit of the negative self-talk. Have empathy for yourself. Encourage yourself. Look back and say, look how far you've come. Look at where you are. Talk to yourself in a good way. Focus. Here's the biggest shift that will absolutely be really, really one of my top tips today. Focus on the moment. Focus on just right now and where you are right now. Right? Mindfulness is a tool that may not only combat your negative thinking, but it provides a sense of relief, gives you an ability to stop and refocus, which is why I do the breath work first. I go, breathe into this, Yvonne, stop it, right? You're trying to get back into the breath. And then it's about grounding yourself and having that meditation that also helps you break free from the grip of those negative thoughts. And this is research. This is like what anybody in this health industry, right? This is how we coach. It's how I coach. It's always coming back into yourself, being mindful of your thinking and what we're saying. And it is absolutely, without a doubt, it has become a negative belief in yourself and a habit in yourself that we need to shift, right? We have to shift it. Negative thoughts can feel so overwhelming that the best thing to do is take a break and step away. And it's exactly what I told my client today on the call. And that's what I had to do. Literally, a couple days ago, I was in a bit of a stuff going on, some, my dog and some other personal stuff. And I had to take a breath, had a little cry. And I left my house to get out, be around people, and change my environment to be in a better place and be more grounded. And it helped. And then I was in a clearer, more relaxed state to make a decision in my next steps. So take responsibility. It is up to you to be in this practice and to make these shifts. You have to start new things, right? To get yourself to that next step. So I really hope you've gotten some great value from this today, because these are really, really the staples. This is the staple stuff right now when we are on the wanting to feel better about ourselves, right? To release weight, to be able to walk into a room and light it up. Ladies, let's walk into that room with the self-esteem and the confidence and feel so good about yourselves. Even when right now, maybe you haven't, seen the results that you want, we need to feel it now and be super happy and proud, and just keep working on all those things in the back end, which is your mindset, your exercise, making sure you're eating well, looking after the portion sizes, because all of this matters. Right? Energy in, energy out, calories in, calories out. It still is part of the process. And our mindset will hold you back anytime. Every time. If your mind is not on board and you're allowing it to do all that negative self-talk, you will struggle and keep struggling. Okay? And I'm here for you. And I encourage you, if you really need to, if you're struggling doing this on your own, I encourage you to just book a quick chat with me. Let's just figure it out. Let's have a heart-to-heart, be open, surrender into it, and let's figure out what it is. I'll put the link below to make sure you've got the link to book a call. I'm here in a place of service. My gift and what I do in helping women lights me up. And I want to help you if you want that help. All right. So have a great rest of your day. Thank you for being here. I hope, comment below. Oh, I'm just seeing some messages. A lot of trouble with self-talk. Yeah. Thanks, Haley. I understand. Yeah. We need to control the self-talk. Really important. All right. So I encourage you, like I said, book a call. Let's see what we can do and how I can help you and serve you. Bye. See you. Share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And thanks. I'm so grateful to be here. I'm just looking at the comments here. Yes, great. Thanks, Haley. I saw that was you. Thank you. You're very welcome, Angela. So great to have some of you here. You fill my heart. Bye, guys.